Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, ISIS has just released a video on how they plan on returning the world to a gold standard currency to help bring about the new world order. This is ISIS I'm talking about, and how that they paint the United States of America and the US dollar and Jewish bankers as the most evil empire, or the most, Satan, the great Satan. That's basically what they do. It's an unbelievable 1-hour video, Hollywood production quality, and it's been put out by ISIS. Now, it's very scary, because if you start to understand where they're going, ISIS is now deciding to start recruiting people at very high levels of the income bracket. They're not just looking for people who don't have a job, who want to fly over to Iraq and go around and cut Christians' heads off because they want to feel macho. No, they are going after the big money people, and for everyone that would like to paint the United States of America as the great Satan. This is part of the rise of the New World Order. And I have been preaching to you folks for over 5 years on YouTube. And I have been saying, and you guys know it's true, I've been saying that the rise of radical Islam and the rise of the Illuminati are coming together as the beast. And it is happening before our very eyes. Let me just read to you a moment. I'm going to play about 2 minutes of this. ISIS has just released this video showing a plan for the new world order and a return to the gold standard. A return to the gold standard. All right. The Islamic State reveals a new gold coins. Now they're running the mints in Iraq and Syria. They're in control of these plants, and they're not printing money, they're making the gold coins. They say the Islamic State wants to reveal these new coins in a bid to break the enslavement of capitalism. Now remember what Daniel chapter 5 verses 26 through 28 said. It said, "This is the interpretation of the thing, mene, which means God hath numbered thy kingdom and finished it. Tekel, which thou art weighed in the balance and art found wanting. Persi, the kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and the Persians." Remember, the handwriting was on the wall, and it said, mene, tekel, perez, which means thou art weighed, thy kingdom has been divided, your kingdom has been numbered and divided, and you've been weighed in the balances and found wanting. Now, the Islamic State, just like the rise of Nazi Germany before them, continues to grow exponentially because the powers that could stop them refuse to do so, folks. And with the exception of a few airstrikes, really, nothing's being done. The Super Six, the superpowers, United States, Britain, France, Germany, Russia, China, they could stop ISIS, but they all sit back. And instead, they lock arms with Iran and push Israel in a corner and allow ISIS, the henchmen from hell. Literally, they're almost like the locust that crawls out of the bottomless pit in the book of Revelation. These are the modern day Nephilims who show no mercy, the Babylon prophecy, and they continue to kill and murder, and they execute and they crucify, they behead, they rape, and they pile up the dead bodies, and they continue to kill the Christians in an outright spiritual genocide. Oh, it's not getting better, it's getting worse. And the worst part about it is the world, the big six superpowers sit back and watch it happen. They could have stopped Hitler in his day. We could stop ISIS in ours. I'm going to play about 2 minutes of this video. I want you just listen to the audio of it, just the audio alone. And then I'm going to give you the link, and you can actually, in your free time, check out some of this video. It's incredible, folks. It's actually unbelievably Hollywood quality, but an evil message. Evil message. Evil message. Are you serious? ISIS, the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. What's going to happen next? What is going to happen next?
As the winds of time swept their way through Medina, they carried a call that marked the rise of history's most profound legacy. A legacy exemplified by mankind's greatest witness.
It's referring to Muhammad. They're referring to Muhammad. 600 years after Jesus
Resonating
Christ.
throughout the ages, defined by the guiding book and an aiding sword. Unsheathed. It is the legacy of the prophetic methodology.
The Quran.
Shaped by truthfulness, unshakable resolve, and an unyielding harshness towards the kuffar.
Unyielding harshness.
To purify the earth from the corruption that tainted it after it had been set in order.
Unbelievable footage of destruction of cities by ISIS.
In this age, the seeds of corruption were sown by America and cultivated by the Jews. Heading a capitalist financial system of enslavement.
And it will go on, attacking, of course, America, capitalism, the Federal Reserve, the Jewish bankers, and goes on and on and on. But it's based on a lie. It's based on a flat-out lie that the Quran is somehow the holy book of truth, when it is not, folks. It's not even nowhere in the ballpark. It is a twisted, messed up mess, to be honest with you. And 1.4 or 1.7, I think now, billion people are being led by this spirit of deception. And I've always said the greatest false prophet of all that we've ever seen on the planet so far was the Prophet Muhammad and his words that carry out, as it is directly the opposite of the word of God. Folks, they preach that it was Ishmael that was put on the altar by Abraham instead of Isaac. They preach that there's a 12th Imam, a Muslim Messiah, a Mahdi, who will come back at the days of the apocalypse and rid the world of injustices and restore order, which you just heard in the early part of the audio. No, folks, Jesus Christ is coming back, riding in clouds of power and great glory, and 10,000s of his saints to execute judgment upon the world. Not a judgment of Sharia law, not a judgment of throwing acid in the face of little girls who want to go to school, not a judgment. Remember, the Prophet Muhammad, he was a pedophile. He married a 5-year-old child and had sexual relationships with children. Listen to what I'm telling you. You won't hear this from most of your fluffy puffy preachers, but I'm telling you now, we are living in dangerous times, and folks need to understand that if there was ever a time that people need to give their life to Jesus Christ, it's right now. Right now. I'm going to continue preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. It is the hope of glory. It is, and everybody, I mean, every news outlet in the world knows how evil ISIS is and how evil they have been. But do you understand that they're taking it to another level? And they're trying to convince the average American and the average citizen of the Western world to turn on their nation. This is the beginning of the sleeper cell implosion. The enemy is in the camp. I'll be right back. Don't miss tonight's live broadcast, because at my website, www.paulbegleyprophecy.com, I'll break it down for you and I'll show it to you exactly what's happening and what it says about it in the Word of God. Don't come if you're weak and timid. Come if you want to know the truth. God bless.